Hi man, how's the exhibition for you doing?
It's amazing actually. We talked to a lot of startups here. We realized how much especially the AI ecosystem that we are working in
It is, isn't
is
it?
yeah, it's developing.
First, before we kick off and go into depth of this subject, introduce yourself.
I'm Parham. I'm 19 and I'm an entrepreneur from Iran.
Wow,
Uh,
19 already entrepreneur.
yes, I've been working since I was 14 actually. Yeah, we have a startup in AI. We run a company in Iran called Ebona Academy. Our startup is called Ebona AI. We are an AI-powered company. We teach students how to use AI. We teach companies and their teams how to implement AI in their everyday work.
That's nice. And how did you came up with this idea?
Ebona Academy part where we teach companies, basically we realize that not all companies know how to use AI because ourselves, for developing our applications, we use a lot of AI tools. For example, an application could cost someone hundreds of thousands of dollars and maybe months of work, and we can make the same thing in like 1 month because we use AI tools. And we realized companies don't know how to do that, so we started teaching them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of consultancy in AI also for
Yeah.
larger companies. And what do you teach them first about AI?
First things are the principles. What is machine learning? What is deep learning? The difference. Old AI, new AI. For example, Siri counts as old AI. ChatGPT is new AI, and the
Agreed,
differences.
yeah.
Yeah, they have to know all of that.
What's the difference between deep learning and machine learning?
Basically, machine learning is a more advanced level of deep learning. We've always had, not always, we've had deep learning technologies for a while, and we've been using them. Machine learning, basically, in a very simple language, machine learning allows us to do more automations. While deep learning, we have to put in the data manually for the machine to learn. Machine learning can do a lot of things automatically.
Great. And so you have old AI and new AI. So what
Yeah.
is then changed in new AI, like ChatGPT?
I actually don't know the technical term, but new
Punishing.
AI can punish itself. It can make itself better. Like Siri, no matter how many times you ask a question, Siri
Yeah.
doesn't know the answer to. She will always say, "I don't know. I can't help you with that." But with AI, you can train it. It can make it better. It can basically upgrade itself.
So the way I describe it most of the time, it is like you are conducting experiments every single time. When
Exactly.
you prompt, you ask for an experiment, right? For Siri, for example, it needs to have input, and based on the parameters, it will give the answer that it can find. But in new AI, as you described it, it isn't. It's you call it punishing, but
I call it punishing. I don't know the technical term.
no.
Yeah.
Well, punishing is like be hard on yourself, discipline yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happens then when new AI is not satisfied with the outcome of the rendered text, for example, in ChatGPT?
A lot of the times, this is one of the biggest problems with AI we have today. It will make something up if you keep asking it, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
But in the newer versions like Google Bard is able to, in case it doesn't know anything, it could just Google it for you and provide you with resources you can check out about that topic.
So it will also validate the source of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it is more reliable source, it will give that outcome over a more irreliable source. Is
Yeah.
that the way it is set up? Today I was really surprised because I'm a really big fan of ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT 3 all day. Maybe I'm prompting 3-4 hours a day on ChatGPT besides all my other tasks that I do on my laptop. But I hear that Bard is outperforming ChatGPT 3. Do you
Yeah.
have the same experience?
Yes, because I used to use ChatGPT. I actually use a Persian version. It's called Farsi GPT.
All right.
Yeah.
There's a
And
Persian version. It's
yes,
also OpenAI, same
it's
company?
an API. It just translates it.
All right. Okay, get it.
And nowadays I've been using Google Bard, and the difference is noticeable. The contrast between the two is so much because the database that Google has, no other company can
I
compete
agree.
with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
the billions of lines of work, lines of data. Like no company has that amount of data.
They have the by far the largest data set
Yeah.
ever produced in the world, probably. So, and do you have experience with ChatGPT 4?
No, not actually. I haven't been able to because I've been using other tools like Google Bard. I've been using a lot of Persian stuff actually instead of
Oh,
like for
really?
picture generation. Yeah, we have something called Mani.
All right. So, in the Persian or Iranian ecosystem, there's also a lot of um, innovation going on this field. Is that true?
Yes, we have a lot of innovators in Iran, a lot of big companies. We have a lot of smart people in Iran because they had to learn things manually and they had to access the internet for learning. So a lot of them have been improving themselves a lot. But unfortunately, because of political reasons and because of the sanctions on Iran and the
Yeah.
Islamic Republic and all of that, they can't really reach their full potential, which is why here we can see a lot of companies like literally in eyesight right now. We have our company, we are under UAE. The
Yeah.
person next to us, it says Canada, they're Persian too. Like they are working under other countries.
Jurisdictions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have an old friend of mine. He founded a bank in the Netherlands called Bunk, and he's from Iran, and I know he's really smart. So I know there are a lot of smart people. He told me also there's a lot of unlocked potential in Iran. So hopefully political stuff will go away and
Yeah.
that everybody can conduct business without any constraints, right?
Hopefully.
So you have an AI-driven company. It's a learning tool, as you explained to me yesterday. Can you
Yes.
explain a little bit more into?
Of course. Ebona is an AI-powered education mentor. I myself, I had ADHD, so I had to quit school before high school. I didn't even see high school.
Hmm.
And Ebona solves that problem. Some students have autism, some have ADHD, some people are blind, deafness. We have a lot of problems that students have to deal with, and the school system doesn't do anything to fix those problems. With Ebona, everyone can learn together, but each and every student can have a different learning experience. For example, let's say someone is a visual learner, someone is an interactive learner. Those students need to have different materials, and Ebona can provide that for them. It can analyze their behavior and their data. You can find out what talents they have, what special needs they have, what problems they have, and basically cater their education based on their learning behavior.
That's amazing because you have different types of learning depending on your personality, right? So I consider myself, as most people probably, as a very visual person. When I see it, it will not go out of my brain ever. But some people have this with what they hear, right? They are wired differently. So how will this then interact with your solution?
Uh, Even actually, because we are catering to deaf people, blind people as well. Ivona has a vocal version, meaning you can talk to Bona instead of chatting to it. You can listen to your lessons instead of watching them. So we are catering to every single kind of learning behavior that we are able to provide for.
That's really nice. And you say you can talk to them, but it's still in ID phase, right? You're still in ideation, or
Yes, we are
are
in the
you
R&D phase.
R&D? Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are talking to schools in the Emirates, in the UAE, private schools, public schools, elementary and high school. We are trying to figure out what problems they have and how we can fix it.
That's really nice. So as you train the system, I can imagine that there are more applications for this system because I can imagine that, for example, there's a carpenter. He's working on a building site, and he doesn't have time or the ability yet for a certain moment to start typing or texting. Um, can you also talk to the system and then it will convert voice to speech? Isn't this what you mean? Something like that?
Exactly. You just say, hey, Bona, can you teach me about this? And he will just start talking to you or play educational material for you.
Oh, right. So, my daughter, you met her yesterday, right? And she asked me, how can I put on the washing machine for washing the laundry? So she's stuck. would she be able to ask Ebona for a solution?
No, you
No?
cannot.
All right.
Ebona focuses on academic education only.
All right.
Yeah.
What kind of fields are you training the system in?
We are focusing on UAE's K-12 right now, meaning basically 13 to 18 year olds in the Emirates region.
For languages and
Arabic and English. We
all
are
right.
focusing on those two languages because they have some international students and they speak Arabic locally.
Yeah. And math or something? Is that something that you do, or biology or science?
All of them, everything that they have in their
Chemistry.
books, we are going to be for our MVP. We are going to focus on the first year, meaning 13-year-olds, and then we're going to build up on that.
All right.
Yeah.
And in what direction will you build up? Will you build up more to younger students or more the other directions to?
Hopefully, we are going to focus on college after that for some um, for some degrees that we can. We are going to provide some educational material for them too, so they can even use Ebona after they're done. Because I don't like the feeling of like you're 18 now, you can't use it anymore. Like I
Makes
want,
sense, yeah.
Some maybe a student has been learning with Ebona for 5 years, and you can't take it away from them. So I want to
So
build
it's a
up.
learning companion also.
Exactly.
It's a kind of big brother that's helping you to teach about um, educational stuff.
Yes, exactly. It's like your friend.
Yeah, yeah, maybe that's a better word. So a good friend, reliable, nice friend that's helping you to learn in the best ability. That's very interesting.
There is actually a sentence that we use. We say with Ebona, a student can actualize their life purpose. A lot of people have dreams, but they never know how to get there.
Yeah.
With something like Ebona can show you a step-by-step path to reaching what you want to get.
So, for example, if you want to be a doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Because we are taking a holistic approach with Ebona, meaning we are not just focusing on their lessons and books. We are also teaching them decision making, stress control, all of these are stuff that they need in the path. For example, someone needs to be a cop. They need to know about, for example, physical education as well. It's not just biology or math.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And so you are here as a startup. You're seeking for funds, right? Are you successful in your quest for funds?
Actually, yes, someone is over there at our booth right now. I think there are investors. We've met with a lot of investors. Even the government of the UAE was interested in us. The MBR Foundation, the Dubai Future Foundation, they were all interested. Thank God we were able to attract a lot of attention in this exhibition.
That's really great. That's really good to hear. I wish you best of luck in your
You too.
quest.
It was really
to
nice to
come
meet you.
see each other soon. We are still neighbors, right? We have 2-3 days more. So look forward to see you next time.
See you around.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Wow, thank you so much. It was great.